What you about to do, J2? You play with your truck? You want to put it on some more trains? Another train? Or you want to watch this? You want to watch this? J2, you be breaking all them trucks, man.
So first off, we got the Scale Train's 40-foot standard height shipping container. This one is MSC, or Mediterranean Shipping Company. It's painted in this nice tan color. Next up, we have Half-Bag Boy. Now, this container is special because it actually has a box, so this whole thing is part for some oversized delicate loads that don't really fit in a regular container, which looks like on the end very nice and deep.
Be careful.
The locking bars are actually a separately applied piece, nice and shiny. There's also some metallic plates here at the bottom, container number on the side. It's actually really nice and crisp, very colorful. You can see the corrugation, and here's what it looks like in the front. So next up we have Mitsui.
Be careful, J2.
MOL. Take a look at this really fine blue line, very nice printing quality, small molded on bump, and on the other side got the container digits here, painted in white, so it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, we just chilling. Been a very chill day. Actually, we ain't gonna nowhere today. Just chilled in the house, watch TV, let the children run around, do their thing.
Company. And currently this is a feature container with family forms. There's a look at the end, and the other side, as well as the top part. Currently CNA CGM is the third largest shipping company in the world.
Might hit the bag a little bit, go a couple rounds in the bag.
Next up, we have One Ocean Network Express, a Japanese shipping company, which is and very nice. And these containers stick out because their color, they're using a shade of magenta. Currently it's called Ruby Red.
Might hit the bag a little bit. Like I said, might go a few rounds in the bag.
To be honest, I thought they would have a long time ago, but apparently
before we head in.
should have a One Ocean Network from Walker compared to the Scale Trains. Scale Trains because it just looks so much more.
Wifey in the house. I don't know what she cooking. Oh no, she's not cooking. Just
and if you look at it from the side, you can tell
probably putting some stuff together, I guess.
All Scale Trains is a separately applied piece. The Scale Trains also has a lot of prototypical details, like Walter's uses outline of built also color piece molded on. All Scale Trains has gaskets and badges. Scale Trains has a badge contain numbers on the roof, and the beams go
how we work from right here.
I also want to compare it to the wood from the front, and obviously the colors are not too different, but Scale Trains are still more vibrant than the first one. On the side, you can tell Scale Trains has an edge with all this pretty detailing. All the eBay one was pretty generic. Also got this 45 foot.
J2!
They're using different shades.
J2!
This is
What up, man? You gonna work on your punches too?
So here have Scale Trains
huh?
and Walters on the
You gonna work on your punches?
Here that Scale Trains has, the color comes out really nice and vibrant. But to be fair, in the real world, containers can have a variety of colors to be weather fading. is 50. It's pretty stunning there, and that's actually a little bit of a problem because when you try to get out, it's not a single one of the well cars.
What? What up? What up? What up, Wisdom? J2. Say hey, Wisdom. Say hey, Wisdom. J2, look. Say hey. Say what's up. What you up to tonight, sis? You working? I see the wheel. You working tonight, sis? We just chilling. Enjoying the day. We ain't really do nothing today, actually. Just been really watching TV all day. So I got him. He like watching these damn trains. So I watched a wrestling pay-per-view earlier. Okay. I'll holler at you then. I know you just stopping through. You creeping through these YouTube screens. I ain't got nothing going on, sis. I'm boring in a motherfucker right now. I'm just bored. Really. Like I said, I be making this content. The stuff that I do, I put this out for them. For J2 and Cammy Bear. So when they get older, they can see their childhood, before their memories started. Girl, you tripping. Yeah, folks still watch wrestling. Yeah, folks still watch wrestling. It ain't real good right now. Not like it was like back when you had Stone Cold and The Rock and, all them niggas. It ain't that level good right now, but I really need to stop watching it. I really need to stop watching it. Cause it's real. Vince McMahon, the owner, he got so many issues outside the ring as far as like sexual harassment cases on women, and then they be having a bunch of racist writers and stuff like that. So like I feel like I'm tripping for still watching it because they don't it's not a good image. You know what I mean? Like all the black people on there just they dancing and shit. Yeah, it was it's an acquired taste. A lot of people not into wrestling. I think it's one of them things that for most people you kind of had to get into it when you was a little kid. I've been watching it since before I can remember. My daddy was a big wrestling fan. So I remember, look, I'm gonna tell you this one story because I know you gotta go. So we went to our first show and we had won some tickets. We won 4 tickets. So my mama took me, my brother, and my sister, and they let my little brother in for free at the time because he was only like 4 or something like that. So my daddy had to wait outside. So where the tickets was at, we was right by the entrance where the wrestlers come out. And my mama used to like this white boy. They just made a movie about them, the Von Erichs. My mama used to like this white boy, Kerry Von Erich, and the Texas Tornado. So all the wrestlers was coming out. Me and my brothers, we go touch the wrestlers, give them 5 and shit like that. So man, this white boy came out. My mama pushed us out the way, like damn near told this man robe off and was rubbing all on his chest and shit. And so we leave the show go over. We leaving, and they got like TVs where if you standing outside, you can see the show. And my daddy watched her do that shit the whole time. She was all on the TV set, rubbing all on this white boy chest, man. She ain't give a damn though. My daddy gonna say some dumb shit like this is this wrestler named Sensational Sherry, and he was like, "Well, what if I was touching Sensational Sherry like that?" My mom was like, "Nigga, you'll go to jail. Like, ain't no she ain't gonna let you touch her like that. Nigga, what the fuck wrong with you?" But anyway, yeah. But I've been watching wrestling since a youngster. Nah, mama was tripping. Mama was tripping. I never forget that shit, man. I'm talking about she straight pushed us out the way. Like, y'all gotta move around, man. Well, yeah. So I actually used to be a pro wrestler. Nothing major, so don't get it twisted. Like I wasn't like famous or nothing like that because you can do like some local shows, like smaller, what they call indie shows, independent shows, and I did some of them. So I was actually pretty good. How many shows did I did? 2 shows. I did 2 shows, and I ended up getting match of the night. Both shows I did. So I probably would have been okay if I stuck with it, but girl, you tripping. So look, what you would have did, Wisdom, you'd have been touching on that white boy like that too? Because I'm telling you, like, if you go look up Kerry Von Erich, this nigga was swole now. His name was Kerry Von Erich. This nigga was swole. And like I say, my mama had a crush on this white boy, man, and she was tripping though. She shouldn't have been rubbing on that man like that. My daddy was mad, boy. He said, my mama nickname was Bunk. So we from Mississippi, so he pronounced everything kind of funny. So he used to say Bunk instead of Bump. He said, Bunk, I seen you in there. I seen you in there touching that man, Bunk. Yeah. My wrestling name was, I had 2 names. The first time I was Mr. Magnificent. My wrestling name was always Johnny Mac, Mr. Magnificent Johnny Mac, and my other one was the Mack Truck. So I had two wrestling names, one for each show. One I wrestled as a face, which is a good guy, and the other one I wrestled as a heel, which is a bad guy. He wanted me at the time. Now, I'm young now, so this was I'm about I ain't I'm big boy status right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm husky as they call it. I'm really fat right now. But back then, I was right. You know what I'm saying, me? And so I used to do like all of these high flying moves, and he wanted me to be he wanted my name to be the Heartbeat, like a ladies man character. And this motherfucker, his name was Josie. Man, this dude brought some little red tights to because you go to a wrestling school when you train. So he was like, yeah, man, you're gonna be the Heartbeat. We're gonna paint a heart on your face, and you're gonna give kisses to the ladies on side of the ring and all this stuff. So man, this man brought some little red tights to the to the training. Like, you gotta wear these red tights, these little red draws, and that's what you're gonna wrestle in. And I'm like, man, hell no. Like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that character. That ain't the one for me. So needless to say, I'm saying it, I guess, but we didn't do the Heartbeat. The Heartbeat got like the 5 heartbeats. Nah. It was more. If it was the 5 heartbeats, it was more like Flash and JT, like a combination of Flash and JT. Like, you seen them wrestlers how they wear them little bikini draws. This man had some little red bikini draws he wanted me to wear, and talking about he gonna paint a heart on my face. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go out there and you got to get the ladies kisses on their cheek. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't gonna be able to do it. So I'll end up wearing a wrestling singlet. A singlet is like, like the amateur wrestlers wear. Yeah, like what the amateur wrestlers wear. So I ended up wearing one of them. And I won the match. It was a good match, like I said. Ended up taking some chair shots. That's why I got hit in the head with a chair a few times and stuff like that. But yeah. I love wrestling though. Growing up. Blank man. That would have been better. Hey Wiz, that would have been better, man. If that probably would have been a good character. You joking, but honestly, that would be a good wrestling character. But nowadays, like, yeah, that would have been a good character. You sure right. I'm glad. If I had known that back then, I probably would have wore the blank man suit, because all he had on was like some red pajamas. Yeah, he had on like some red pajamas with like some blue drawers over the red pajamas. But did he have on some tights? I think he had on. Yeah, he may have had on some tights, but he was like fully clothed. But yeah, I had on, like I said, I had on the wrestling singlet. Which that shit, niggas would make fun of me for that. Niggas would make fun of me for that. You know what I'm saying? If they seen me in the wrestling singlet. It ain't suspect though. I can't call it sus. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like where you had the booty cheeks hanging out the side and shit like that, because it was like shorts. You know what I'm saying? It was like the whole thing was like, tight, like spandex or whatever. Damn, I hate even saying that. It just sound bad, but it really ain't bad. But for like an athlete, athletes understand. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, my mama told us that wrestling was fake when I was about 6 years old, and so from that point on, me and my brother used to put on shows in the hood, and we was really, really good. I'm not just saying that like it's not my ego talking, but just being honest about the situation. Me and my brother were really, really good, and we were so good that dudes used to think we was hitting each other for real, and that we was actually hurting each other. So that's one way we got kind of cool in the hood, because my mama had us so sheltered. We was basically church boys. It was basically like, me and my brother was church boys. And so I'm saying me and my brother. It was because it was me, my brother, my sister, and my youngest brother. But like, me and my brother just used to be outside doing everything together and stuff like that. Um, so we were so good at it that the dudes in the hood would, and I'm talking about like the older dudes. We like 7, 8 years old doing this shit, putting on shows. 7, 8, 9, 10, all throughout like that time when we came to Houston. Like I said, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We was known for putting on shows in the hood, and the older niggas would watch us. Like not just the dudes our age, but like the niggas out there selling dope and shit like that. They would come around and watch me and my brother do these wrestling shows. And so we started teaching like the other neighborhood kids like how to do it, you know what I'm saying? Basically how to fake wrestle. And we started like organizing whole shows out in the hood to where we put we find some old mattresses and shit, bring them outside and put them together. And we'd be running 2 and 3 hour shows sometimes with everybody standing around watching and cheering and shit. And so that's how I came to, as far as like my identity in the hood was just being like a very athletic, very tough, and we was known as like good boys, like church boys. You know what I'm saying? Because my mama kept us like sheltered. We had to go to church, 2 and 3 times a week and shit like that. But since we were so good at like boxing, wrestling, and fighting and all that, we didn't we was good with the real street niggas. So growing up, I was never like, I wasn't street or doing any type of street shit like growing up, like in my teens and all that type of stuff. I just used to get into fights. And I talked about it before, but like the that in itself, as far as like getting into fights, I can see like it's an issue for a lot of black boys, not just myself, but black boys who are not like who are not a part of just like, they not like young thugs. I'm trying to like say it right, because like you had an element of the boys that would like get in trouble all the time, that would be into shit, and a lot of times they made it hard for the boys who wasn't into that by like trying to fuck with us. So, what up, Liberated? How you doing, big bro? Um, yeah, man, we good, man, chilling. I'm just like I said, I'm just chilling with J2 in the backyard, um, just talking some shit, and I'm gonna finish saying this, and I'm gonna jump off. I appreciate y'all for getting on, man, and just hearing me out for a second, because this ain't really just content; it's just me chilling. So I was a nerd. Like I was one of the original like black nerds before there was a word for that. Before that was a thing. Just into like ninja movies and all that type of stuff. Like taught myself karate to the point where I could really use it. And so the reason why I had so many fights is because I was a chubby, soft-spoken, nice kid. And everywhere we went, I would say attempted bullying, because I never got like bullied. It would always like attempt to bully me. When we go there, like I said, I wore glasses, I was chubby, I was soft-spoken, I was smart, I was, all A's and stuff like that. So, you know, everywhere we went, dudes would slap me in the back of the head, and next thing you know, they used to doing that to the other, like I said, like black nerd boys, and them niggas wouldn't do nothing. And I was just different. Like I said, even though I was a nerd and stuff, and wasn't inclined to be like that type of dude, the environment kind of got me that way. And I'm not blaming I'm not blaming them or whatever. I'm just saying this is just the facts about my story. But like I really started out as just a smart, nice young man. But because I got niggas tried to bully me everywhere I went, I always end up getting into fights, and that led to me getting suspended from fighting in school, and then eventually my grades fell off, and it just went from like that being my identity, like, oh, Mumu can fight, like, so niggas in my hood, um, when somebody else that was known like around my age that could fight and or wrestle or something like that, they'll come get me, come around to our apartment and come get me, like, hey, Mumu, come on, man, like, go against him, go against him. And so that just kind of became who I was, and I stopped focusing on being. I stopped focusing on like being good at school, like actually doing my work and shit like that. Um, yeah, your environment will mold you into something that you may not otherwise be. Yeah, that's facts. Liberated. That's facts, man. Because, like I said, I look at like the whole like black nerd movement, and I think it's great now because like there's a real space for that. Like back when we was coming up, it was no name for it, and it wasn't a space for it. It's like the white kids had the white kids had their thing, the Asians had their thing to where they could just be like nerds. You know what I mean? They could be corny or goofy or whatever they was, and they could pretty much be safe for the most part. And not that I don't think they was probably getting bullied by like the cool white kids or whatever, but like I think bullying and for us is just looked at as different because it's almost like bullying is not even a thing. It's like if you're not hard, then you just soft. Like you're not getting bullied, you just soft. And it's just get dealt with from that way. Like if you don't fight back, you're a punk, not you being victimized. So my uncle always tell me the story of some shit that happened before I can remember. I guess I was around like 3 or 4. He said that, yeah, man, Mumu, you ran in the house, the little boys was trying to beat you up. And I told you, you know what I'm saying, go out there. That's probably every nigga story too in the hood. Like he was telling me, yeah, I told you to go out there and beat them boys up, and you've been fighting ever since. And so he tell me that shit with pride, and I'm like, nigga, that shit really ain't a good thing like that. I mean, I'm not necessarily not proud of it, but at the same time, looking back, I would have rather been focused on my schoolwork and not fell into, not have fallen into making that such a big part of my life at the time. Like, you know what I mean? I won 6 spelling bees, bro. I won 6 spelling bees. So, I was on that type of time, but it really started to change around the 4th grade. Like, not that I made like all A's damn near up until high school, but as far as like where the fighting and shit just got bad to where now I'm getting suspended all the time. That kind of started in 4th grade and up throughout high school until eventually I got kicked out for hitting a teacher. Actually, a dude used to play for the Astros, and my mother was dying at the time. She was in the hospice, and he was a SAC teacher, and I was in SAC for slapping a white dude, and I was upset. I was upset, and this dude used to always talk slick. He was a big dude too, like 6'6". Like I say, he was a relief pitcher for the Astros, or former relief pitcher for the Astros, and he was just talking shit that day. And you remember them binders where like they had the metal, but like the plastic part where the flat part, you could like roll it up. I rolled that shit up and hit his ass in the head with that binder, and that was like that was the end of like me doing good in school when that shit happened. But nigga, I hit the shit out that nigga with that binder, man. He said some slick shit. I walked over to him quiet, like I wasn't gonna do shit because there ain't no way he would have known I was about to do that. And I hit his ass, and he jumped up like what? Like he was getting ready to do something, and I just stared at him like straight face. I didn't say nothing. I didn't get loud, no emotion. Just stared at him like straight face, like, okay, nigga, what? That nigga said, call security, and that was a wrap. Like I said. But anyway, that's let me read the comments. Let me go back. Liberated said, I'm a peaceful dude, but motherfuckers don't be on the same shit. So coming up, you were either gonna throw hands or get ran over. Bet that's facts. Or if you're from a small town like me, being willing to throw hands is enough facts. And like I said, it's almost to the point where liberated. Like we kind of knew in our heart we really didn't want to be like that. But at a certain point, that changed to where it's like, especially if you was good, like you start enjoying that shit. And I just remember, like I said, I remember not being like that, but turning into that. Word of mouth travels in small towns, so uh, you may not have had to fight that much if you handle your business. Oh, what you trying to say? I got whooped? Trying to say I got whooped, nigga? Nah, nigga. In my small town, I lost one, nigga, to this dude, my best friend Fred, and I still ain't forgave that nigga. When I was 6, nigga, that nigga hit me in the stomach, and you know how you do that silent cry, to where you just open your mouth but you ain't making no sound. That nigga hit me with that in the gut. And I never did get him back. Cause like I said, he was my best friend. But yeah, anyway, nigga, I handled my business, nigga. I was cold, man. Mumu was cold with them hands, man. Mumu was cold with them hands. You ready to go in? What's up, man? Nah, okay. Come on, J2. What's my name, J2? Baba. What's my name? My other name? Momo. That's right. All right. Yeah. I got you though, liberated. This nigga say what? Yeah, nigga, if you wasn't liberated, try to say, yeah, nigga, if you wasn't around there getting whooped, nigga, you wouldn't have to fight all the time. I got you, my nigga. But nah, we finna go, man. Like I said, I just jumped on real quick, man. Y'all have a good night. Liberated, wisdom. Wisdom, I hit you up soon. Love you. All right, wisdom. All right, liberated. Y'all be cool. We're leaving it outside, J2.